All right, welcome back to the Entrepreneur to Entrepreneur Shift, the Culture Podcast. Like I did earlier for the people that tune in on Facebook, those who get to see the pre-show and all of the shenanigans that happens before we actually go live for the actual show. I did apologize. We didn't have a show last week. That one was on me. Like I said, the people that view this show or listen to this show don't know, but my grandfather passed January 6th. And so, that following week and weekend was a lot of stuff going on. And so I didn't get to squeeze a show in for last week. But the funeral was Monday, so that's passed. So now we are back. This is our second show, I think, for the new year, Jay. And
Yeah,
we're going to be discussing how important your network is, how important it is to network with people, how important the people around you are, your circle, the people you keep around you, the people you meet. That saying goes around a lot, your network is your net worth. Is that true in your eyes, Jay? In your experience, is your network actually your net worth?
absolutely. Birds of a feather flock together. If you have loser broke friends, you will be a loser and broke. Like you cannot be the alpha and lead losers broke people. It's infectious. It's like uh, and you know what's funny thing? I saw something from Gary Vee earlier today about dropping that one loser friend and adding someone else. And if you don't know, you need to go and like find a group of people that are interested in the same things that you are, DM all of them, and like try and find that one genuine person that could help be a better you. You know what I mean? And people have no idea how infectious someone aura is on their lives,
Yep. And I
which
say
is why
it is contagious.
yeah, which is why I tend to hang around people. They might not be doing the same things that I'm doing, but they're striving
Uh,
uh, in their own lane. And I look at that hustle and I try and learn from them. If you can't learn from someone, if someone is not adding value to your life, you don't need to be around them
right.
because you're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy, and you're doing a disservice to yourself.
Right, and it's like I said earlier, I hear it all the time, and I hear it from a lot of wealthy people, billionaires, and they say if you're the smartest person in your circle, then you need a new circle.
That
You
is true.
shouldn't be the smartest person in your circle. You should always surround yourself with people that are more knowledgeable, more experienced, probably doing better at that point. You should always be around those people because they can help to pull you up. Whereas if you hang with people that may not be doing so well or may not be as ambitious or may not be striving or succeeding, they can have the effect of pulling you down in a lot of ways. And it's not to say that you can't have friends or family or people that you care about or be around these folks. It's just that you have to manage the amount of time you invest
Hmm.
into these relationships and the time you spend around these people because
Hmm.
you said it's contagious. And it's not always your fault. It's just human nature. You know what I mean? We tend to become like, or we tend to, what's the word, assimilate with the people
Yeah.
in our circle. We just tend to, we start doing things. You see, you take on traits or characteristics of the people you hang around a lot. You start to speak like them. You start to say the things that they say. You know what I mean? So it is contagious, and so you have to be very careful with the people you keep around you.
That is true. When I looked for mentors to help me overcome my shyness in social settings where there may be network opportunities, I looked at the people that weren't afraid. What's that?
You shy?
I was. I
You got some people to help you with that.
I definitely did. They didn't teach me via classes, or I didn't look at a YouTube video. I watched them navigate through different crowds. I saw how they carried themselves. I saw some of the icebreakers that they use just to have genuine conversations. And those genuine conversations led to interactions outside of that setting that led to opportunities of business. And I took that and I said, okay, well, this is what I need to do. And it's helped me to evolve into the person that I am today.
Awesome. Now, what kind of places did you go to find these people? Because a lot of people may say, well, I want to seek out a mentor or someone that can help me with certain things, but they don't know exactly where to go. Where did you go? To bar, the church? Where did you go to find these people?
They're actually all around you. They're sprinkling your life, but what people have to do, people have to stop associating quote unquote business or bettering yourself with boring and tedious. If it's something that you actually want, like it can't be boring to you. So one of my mentors was my uncle Pete. right? He was he was in telecommunications. He was a businessman, and he was right in my church, right? So what we started to do, we started to play basketball on the weekends. I took summer jobs with him, and we would genuinely just have conversations. Sometimes you need to join maybe an association. For me, it was the Bahamas Bridal Association at the time when I was trying to grow my photography business. Certain press clubs, maybe uh, art forums. Bahamas Free Thinkers is a nice place. You have a large grouping of different professionals from different industries that you could learn from. It's so many places you could find these mentors. So
Hello? Oh Lord, my boy freeze up. Hey, hey, you there?
yeah, already. Are you froze too?
Oh, I froze too. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering what's going on just now. Yeah, but I completely agree with you, and I'm actually a shy person as well. Believe it or not, I'm very very shy. Actually, Keitra helped me a lot with being more of a social person and go into these like stuff you just mentioned, like art galleries or just a
Hmm.
bunch of networking events. She is interested in the stuff, and so I just would, I would just go. And you know what it reminds me of? I don't know if you saw the movie. I think it's Yes Man with Jim,
Yeah,
and it's sort of that. Now, of course, that movie was to the extreme,
of
but
course.
there was a message and a very important message that I took from that movie, and that was stop saying no to so many things. How about trying to say yes to certain things, even if it feels uncomfortable? Say yes to
Hmm.
some things. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we get so caught up in this comfort zone, we just want to stay in this zone because it's comfortable, it's familiar, it's something we know. We're afraid to branch out, and not knowing we could be missing some great opportunities by not saying yes and not go into this event because oh that ain't me or I don't go to them things or these bushy things I don't partake in that. But there's a lot of opportunities you could potentially be missing out on just because you just want to say no and you believe that it's not you. So
Hmm.
saying yes has played a major role in my life because I find myself saying yes to things that at one point I definitely was not saying yes to a time ago.
I know, right?
And so, for those that haven't seen it, I mean, watch it. If again, it's it's a comedy, it's Jim Carrey, but there is a message. That's what I took from it. And his thing was he was miserable. You know what I mean? Living a hard life because he used to say no so much. And then he went to this seminar or this conference, and this guru, put it in him to just say yes. And he started saying yes to everything, and his life just started to improve because he started to gain new experiences, do things that he never would have done, and he just started to enjoy life more. So go out and meet these people. Stop closing yourself off to the same people you've been, around forever. And I understand to a degree. It's like, oh well, these my loyal, these my day ones. You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of people feel like they have to stay, linked to people because they were there from the beginning. Like they
No.
are entitled to stay in your life. Do people are people around for a season or should people be in for forever?
Well, it all depends on the person. There are certain people that definitely will be with you until you die or until they die. Um, but a lot of people are there only for a season. They're there to teach you certain lessons, to help you evolve to another level. And if they can take the person that you are or be with you when you evolve, then they're there for that next stage as well. You know what I mean? Not to say you have to be there for the whole ride or you have to be
And we
to
have
the
a bad
side,
good.
but as long as they're not adding value to you or helping you to sustain a certain value that's beneficial to your life, then once they don't serve a purpose, like real purpose, whether it be personal or professional, then the expiry date is up.
Right. And I think that's the difficult part is a lot of times these day ones tend to be like really close friends or family, and that's why it's difficult for people to and I don't want to say cut off, but like distance themselves from
Yeah,
them. And a lot of people feel
it's
like
it's
go ahead.
it's practical. It's like certain people from high school you just wouldn't hang out with it because that expired. You know that time is done. That time has passed. High school is over. It's time for another phase of life. So you have to treat it like that. I mean, some people say it's cold hearted or whatever the case may be, but it's just life. That's a cycle of life.
Right. And I say that, and a lot of times you don't have to burn the bridge. You know what I mean? You can
Exactly.
good relationship, but you can distance yourself, a bit, like just spend less time around it. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
don't have to completely cut somebody off. And I think us being such a bipolar nation, we think in such extremes. It either
Right.
has I ride or die or cut off. You know what I mean? It's not a lot of in between when you talk to people about these things.
Right. So, case in point, you always try and leave a relationship, even if you're distancing yourself from a person because maybe that relationship expired because of high school or college, right? You leave on a high note so when they're in a position where they could quote unquote add value, like case in point, I have a friend that was a manager at Ocean Club, right? I didn't see this girl probably since she left for college, maybe 10, 12 years ago, right? But when she was in the position, she knew I was doing something that could help her out in career and help me out from a financial standpoint. And she called me up, and that rekindled our friendship.
Right.
You understand? So we have to learn how to always leave on a high end. Just because it ends today doesn't mean it won't be available tomorrow or a year from now.
Mhm.
You
And
know?
now, and since the topic is your network, is there a relationship, a recent relationship that you built,
Mhm.
saw a direct increase for yourself financially as a result of this relationship?
Um, yeah. I mean, it wasn't recent. It wasn't a. Oh, no, let me not say that. Let me just. Hmm.
It doesn't have to be like last week or last year or 2 years. I mean, it could have been the past
I
5 years.
love my wife, right?
Like,
So I love my wife. We met on the set of a movie that I was doing some free services for, and we had a little friendship. We had a little courtship, and then we started dating. And since that relationship, a lot of things. She's taught me certain temperaments. She has helped me to focus a lot, and those are values that are beneficial. And I've seen real, tangible growth in my business. Not to say that directly she's like put into that, but
right.
I could see because of her and that relationship that it's added, and it's added and it drawn more people to me. Like I just met two friends that I think they're good friends, and they haven't added financially to me as yet, but I value them because they think differently. And I can say if I have an idea or if I have a question about real estate or about investment, I could go to them.
But that's my. But let me rephrase, because that may have been a bad premise. Let me not say
Mm.
actually, because not everything is about money. Not everything is about finance.
Exactly.
That may have been a bad setup or premise on my part, because I should have used added value. You know what I mean, as
Mm.
a finances, because not every relationship is gonna cause you to benefit financially directly. However,
Mm.
there can be someone that adds to your character, that adds to your drive, that adds to
Right.
something that can then empower you to go ahead and improve your life, whether it be financially or emotionally. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you could be going through some rough times emotionally. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Someone could come into your life at that time and they could, help you through that. So not everyone you have to have around you has to bring money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause when a lot of people hear these things, I think they feel though as though, well, if you ain't making me no money, what I keeping you around for? You know what I mean? But
Exactly.
it doesn't have to be that, because not everything is about money. Matter of fact, money is a small part of it. You
Hmm.
have to keep people that help to build you as a person,
Exactly.
build your bank account. So I think you need people that invest in you as a person and invest in helping you to build yourself, as opposed to building your bank account.
Because actually, that is actually what it is. The better or stronger the value of your character, the of your temperament, of the wealth of knowledge that you have, that actually transcends into your financial statement.
Yes, and it actually sets the foundation, sets the groundwork for you to achieve whatever financial goals you may have.
Yeah,
So
that's a true trickle effect. That is a true trickle effect right there.
right, so it may not be matter of fact, oftentimes it may not be directly. You know what I mean? A lot of times it's indirect. Now some relationships you have that may directly put money in your
Yeah,
pocket, but there
because
are.
that's like why I give him a
Go ahead, you were saying something. We got Jay
Oh,
frozen.
you froze up again, Greg.
I can hear you now.
Okay.
You were saying something just now?
No, I was saying you were saying sometimes it does directly affect your pockets because in some relationships it's like, okay, this my boy, I could deal with that vibe. Or oh yeah, you looking for a cookie caterer? Oh, call Greg. See Greg number right there.
Right. Right. So yeah,
You know?
sometimes it's direct, but let's not downplay. And I think that was like a bad premise earlier because it kind of downplays the other values, which are often the most important values that people
Mm-hmm.
into your life. Like
Exactly.
wife was one of those. My fiance is one that brought a lot of value and helped to build my character a lot. Like I said, helped me when it comes to social situations, when it comes to networking with people and reaching out to people that I normally wouldn't reach out to, and just building relationships and help to point out a lot of flaws or a lot of things that I may not have seen myself. And help me to improve on those things. Delivery sometimes,
Oh.
gosh, my delivery. It's a lot of things, a lot of characters. So she helped to build my character in a lot of ways, and
Mm-hmm.
that has allowed me to do a lot of the things that I'm doing now, even as it relates to these shows and a lot of other stuff that has helped and contributed in that way. So it isn't always financial. You gotta check to see if people are adding to you in any positive way. Anything that helps you is a way to add to your net worth because your net worth doesn't necessarily have to be cash. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It could be character, it could be your mental state, your emotional state. Because without that, you wouldn't be in a position to make money. If you're emotionally gone, you can't make any money. You know what I
You're
mean?
finished.
And if you have no character, well, I mean, a lot of no character people make. But you know what I mean? You got a good reputation. You don't want to have to look over your shoulder and live some kind of paranoid life or anything like that. You know what I mean? So, any more people in your life that you would say is significant when it comes to adding value to you at this present time?
At this present time, my young stable of artists have added some character. They're learning a lot from me, but they're teaching me patience.
Mhm.
They're giving me an insight into youth. Like there's certain things that I forgot that I used to do, and it just reminds me, and it gives me that common touch and those ideologies or those thought patterns I could take and then I could apply when I come and talk on shows like this, or if I talk on my morning show, and as I relate to people day to day. So those type of things add value as well. You can't lose touch,
Right.
So
Yeah, I agree, and I've seen.
my mentor.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, no,
No, you go. You go.
no. I was just gonna say, like, I just seen my network has grown a lot. While I still don't have a lot of, let's say, friends per se, like a lot of people that you hang out with like all the time or whatever, because I don't go out much either way, but I still go to certain events or I still network with people. But these shows, these podcasts have been a way to also network with a lot of people. Like when we have guests on the show, that's
Hmm.
like I build a lot of relationships through just having guests on the show and speaking to them, and those things have added value. Like I say, it wasn't directly financially, but they have added a lot of value. Whether it be perspective on things or advice on things, it's just a lot of things I've gained from a lot of the relationships that I've been building in recent times, and so it's extremely important that you expand your network. And like I said in the pre-show, don't mind Drake and that song when he put out all them years ago
No
talking
new
about
friends.
mind Drake. Drake was lying through his teeth. Don't mind about
Hmm.
new friends. Drake have plenty new friends. Unless maybe he mean like friends as in like really close, you know what I mean? Family close to home type friends. I understand that aspect. But I'm sure Drake has added in the last 5 years, he's built a lot of great relationships. You know,
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
friends, but he's built a lot of relationships with people, and that's the only way you can see him continuing to ascend to new levels that he continues to ascend to. You have to build your network in order to build your net worth. So that's what Drake has been doing. So don't mind him. He may sing that in a song about new friends, and you go right there. But no, no, new friends. You
You
still
know what? And what you just said may be the key word. I think a lot of people, and I talk to my wife about this all the time, have a romanticized version of what certain words mean. And I think people put too high of a value, or put quote unquote friendship on a pedestal. So a lot of people that don't deserve the title get it because that's the only thing they didn't know. But
Right.
relationships, maintaining relationships with people is
Right.
the important thing. So making those new relationships, not being afraid to put yourself out there. And there was a point that you made about where to go and meet those people. And you said you used to like you probably go to events that you normally won't go to. And to add to that, I would say go to events that you normally won't go to, but go by yourself. Don't carry the security blanket because you're going to be inclined to stick to that one person or that clique of people, and you don't branch off. So go by yourself, make yourself uncomfortable. Someone is going to approach you, and you're going to have a conversation, and you never know how to navigate that conversation.
That's a very interesting point, Jay. And I never really thought about it or looked at it that way, I mean, to carry not to carry someone because you're going to tend to just, conversate with that person. That's a,
Child, you see what Bobby do to work today? You try to get out of this job, but you still clinging to this one person that's at this job? No,
right. That's a good point. That's a very good point. And I hope people do that. But I mean, I really don't. I'll be honest. I don't think I go. I lie. I went to a recent event by myself. You mentioned earlier the Free Thinkers, Bahamas Free Thinkers. I went to one of the meetups that they have
hmm
um, every now and again, and it was interesting. And I'm the type of person like I like to sit back and observe. Like I said, I'm a quiet person. I'm a shy person. I like to sit back and observe. Like I'll listen to everybody else. I'll hear what everybody else is saying before I decide to chime in or give my input. I like to feel the room out. You know what I mean? I don't just go, "Hey, what's up? My name is so and so," and blah blah. Because you have some people like that. Like I think Travis is like that. You have some people that are just straight up, outright. Hey, I'm such and such. What's your name? Blah blah blah. I'm not that type of person. I'm more, I'll chill and like I say, feel out how the room is first, and then
Right.
let it happen. I guess naturally or organically. I'm not going to be the one to, outright go to, unless I know someone from somewhere and I want to ask them about something or talk to them about something. I tend to just, chill and sit back and watch the room and see where people
Yeah.
are, what they're saying first.
And for people like you that aren't as warm and fuzzy, what you do, and if you go in by yourself, you find that outspoken person, that warm and fuzzy person, you introduce yourself to that one person, and they will take you around the room. I
Ah,
guarantee it.
good tip, good tip. So let me see here. Scroll on up. Let me read that comment. Networking can come in the most unconventional ways. Sometimes you'd be surprised how a scroll up. Let me see. Hello.
Technical producer.
Technical producer, my technical producer, you're checking for me right now. Technical producer, Lord, she can't hear me. That's on here. You ain't gotta put your headphones in. I trying to get that comment right there. Let me read that right quick. Your comment, you say networking can come in the most next way. There we go. All right. Networking can come in the most unconventional ways. Sometimes you'd be surprised how a positive comment or a kind word can create an avenue for growth and friendship, especially in this age of automation. Very,
Hmm.
very important.
Very insightful. I like that.
I can agree. Let's talk about what do you think is better? Um, Digital networking, like networking through Facebook, WhatsApp, however, or in person. What do you think is better?
I think in person, I think it leaves a more, I guess, tangible memory.
Hmm. It sticks more in your opinion.
Because even networking, right? Yeah, you could get emails, you could send a little tweet here and there, but you still have to make that face to face contact. You still, no matter how expensive it is, you might be trying to network with people in the UK or whatever. If it's gonna add value to you, sometimes you gotta jump on that plane, man.
Right, right. And another well, I think I prefer in person as well. It's just something that feels real. You know what I mean? Like the connection feels more real when you get to talk to someone in person. You get to hear their tone of voice, because I don't like to have serious conversations over any form of messaging platform, because a lot of things can get misconstrued. There's a lot.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like people can, and I always refer to that Key and Peele sketch where they were texting each other, and one person was taking it the complete opposite way of the person that was texted intended it to be taken, And so I really like you can make the initial connection, I guess, online because you don't have a relationship with the person. But at some point, it is a good idea to meet up with someone in person because you just get a different aura, a different vibe. I think you really get a feel for who they really are as a
Yeah.
person when you meet someone in person. So I think that connection is just on a different level. You know what I mean? So I would recommend that. And lastly, when it comes to networking advice, and this is what I tell people all the time: if you go to events, whether it be seminars or conferences or any of these things, to for the purpose of networking and meeting people, pay attention to the people sitting next to you. Pay attention to the people across from you. Everyone sitting in that crowd that are there that paid their money just like you. Always pay attention to those people because those people oftentimes end up being the most important people in your life down the line. Because a lot of times we go to these events and we hear the sexy names, the big stars that are on the panels that we want to, run up to give our business cards or hand out if you're an artist, you hand out your CD, your mixtape, whatever you have, and we want to go and meet those people. But we don't pay attention to the people that are there with us, sitting next to us, and you don't know where these people are going to be in 2, 3, 5, 10 years. You know what I mean?
What y'all could do together.
Exactly what you guys can build together so that you could potentially be on a panel together in a matter of years. And I've seen that happen firsthand, like just people sitting next to me go on to produce for Britney Spears and all of these major artists and stuff. And they were sitting right in the same room, pay the same money, just like me, went to the same seminar right there. But if you are so caught up on the star panelists, then you're going to on those potential great relationships. So don't underestimate people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Always be fair to people and give people the benefit of the doubt, and treat them just as importantly as you would treat the VIP people that are attending these events that you go into.
Yeah, that is true. That's a lot of truth. I can't disagree with anything you just said.
All right, so I guess we could wrap this one up, Jay. Thank you once again for joining. I like this cool meal. See how you don't have to drive.
Okay, I guess we're wrapping up. And you froze it.
Say again?
No, I say you froze for a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just saying thank you for taking part, and I enjoy this new way of doing the show. I mean, it's very convenient. You don't have to drive all the way out here. You know what I mean? No more. But I mean, you could pop in if you want to. But
I know, right?
yeah, you can pop in anytime you want to. But if you don't have to, if you're on the other side of the island or you're busy doing something, you can always join like this, and we can still talk to the people and give them this great information that we give to them every week. And we ask that you people share. Please go ahead and share the video. Tag your friends in it if you feel like we have great discussions that give or add to your life, that we give great advice, we give great, put great scenarios that you could learn from. Go ahead and share it. Go ahead and tag your friends. Follow us, like I said, on SoundCloud or on YouTube. It's W2E STC podcast on YouTube, on SoundCloud. Search for it. Follow us on SoundCloud. Subscribe to us on YouTube. I'm going to be posting this video right here that we are shooting now, probably in the next couple of days. By the weekend, this will be on YouTube. So if you missed it, if you're not able to like us on Facebook and tune in live, you can always catch us either the audio. If you want to go and work out, if you're driving in your car, plug it in your phone. You got an aux cord or however you plug your music into your car. Go ahead, plug it in, listen to the show. Nice and short, about 35 minutes or so each show is. So go ahead and follow us on SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes. You can subscribe to us on iTunes. Search for the podcast on iTunes and subscribe. And yeah, continue to support. We appreciate it. And we're going to wrap it up like we do every single week with losers make excuses, winners make adjustments. Stop making excuses, people. Your life is in your hands. It's on you. We're all on borrowed time. Be sure. Oh, I like your shirt, but that's a nice shirt you got there, boy. And if you guys want to look all nice like us, you can go ahead and go to goundertherug.com. That's the website. It's Under the Rug Media Group is the company. Goundertherug.com is the website. You can go ahead and order your shirts. I will bring them personally to you all. Personally, I'll drop your shirt off. So go ahead and order it. Get your shirt. Look
You
all.
start signing shirts yet?
Man, if they ask me, do I what? Ain't nobody want my autograph, though. Ain't nobody want my autograph. And they want me mess up. They
Nobody yet.
Hey, we'll see how this thing turns out. But ain't nobody want me mark up their good shirt. They just pay for it. They got to wear that. So that means they might have to buy two shirts, which I don't mind. If you want to buy one to get signed and buy one to put on, I support that fully. We could do that too. So just go ahead and go to goundertherug.com if you like to order the shirt. Or you can WhatsApp 804-5219. WhatsApp 804-5219. You can get it that way. But on that note, thanks again, Jay. We appreciate it. Thank you, people, for tuning in. And until next time, peace out.
Ding, 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 ding.
Did it end? No. What's going on?
It ain't over yet?
You know, yeah, they're trying to end the thing away.